WFM 91.7.
Good morning. It is 11:30 on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Thank you so much for joining us, and it is time for Political Arena. Political Arena is where we discuss politicking in Nigeria. And today, still on the roadmap to 2023, we're addressing violence against women. Roadmap to 2023, addressing violence against women. My name is Esther Alaribe. The phone line is open, 07000 917 917 for you to be a part of the conversation this morning. You want to react to the conversation this morning, or you want to contribute to the conversation, 07000 917 917 is the number for you to call in, or you can send us a text or a WhatsApp message, 070 317 565 37, as we discuss Roadmap to 2023, addressing violence against women. You can listen live via the website www.wfm917.com. You can also download the mobile app to listen live, WFM 917. Once again, my name is Esther Alaribe, and you are on Political Arena. My guest today, I'll be speaking to CHUME SYLVIA UDOAMAKA, the APM candidate, OSHIMILI North Delta State House of Assembly. That is the Allied People's Movement candidate, OSHIMILI North Delta State House of Assembly. Good morning, UDOAMAKA. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good morning, Ma.
Yes, good morning. I hope you're feeling great today.
Yes, I'm good.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And congratulations on emerging as a APM candidate, OSHIMILI North Delta State House of Assembly candidate, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Ma.
All right. So going into the conversation, roadmap to 2023, addressing violence against women. This is it. Women in politics have encountered various forms of violence, ranging from sexual harassment, talking about bullying, blackmail, even murder. We saw that happen in 2019 with the case of Salome Abu in Kogi State, and in recent times also the women leader of Labour Party in Kaduna State. Different kind of issues that women get to face in the political space. Talking about the need to maximize security for women in politics, it should be prioritized at this time, with the 2023 general election having the similarities, talking about electoral violence here and there, because this is one of the issues that we've had to be discussing in recent times, preparing for the election. So today I'm speaking to CHUME SYLVIA UDOAMAKA as we get to discuss this. Now, UDOAMAKA, women withdraw from electoral processes due to electoral violence, and we know this. And this has also resulted in the low representation of women at all levels of decision making. So what do you think, in your opinion, can be done to decisively address this and also make women stay in the political space?
All right. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Yes, anytime.
All right. So me, I feel the government needs to increase and enhance security, especially for women during election. Like, they need to provide security, adequate security for both the electorate and those seeking to be elected. They should be given legal provision for them. I don't know if it's possible, but I feel if there is a way women could be provided like a different area where they can be given for them to go and cast their vote.
Okay.
So that others can actually come to that place. They should, and for that particular place, there should be enough security, because I think security is one of the problems we have in this country. So I believe if the government can actually provide enough security for women, then women will be able to come out to vote and also support their fellow women, because all these things that are happening, they are due to lack of security, and we need to educate other people on ways to protect themselves and all. And we need to also investigate on, let me say, like that case that happened now. They need to investigate to know those people that are actually involved in those acts.
Okay.
And whenever they are caught, there should be punishment. Because if they just let them go like that, people will be scared. They feel like, okay, if someone should come out now and voice out, they can actually be killed. But when they bring that person to justice, whoever that wants to go for it will actually be scared, and the person will just stay off it. That's my own contribution to
To
that.
that. All right. Thank you so much, UDOAMAKA, for that. Yes, just like you mentioned, I mean, recently we saw what happened in Kaduna State to the women leader of the Labour Party in Kaduna State, Victoria Chintex, how she was assassinated. And somehow this is going to put some kind of fear in the minds of other women who are considering going into politics or those who are even currently running. Now, how do we address this fear that might be yielding in the heart of these women, that might be building up in the heart of these women already? How do we address it? How do you go face the women to tell them, okay, yes, this has happened, but you still stand a chance? What do you think?
Okay, like I said earlier, that we need to enhance security, surveillance, and educate people on how to protect, ways to protect themselves, provide adequate security for them as well. Like, we need to put a law that whoever is caught for this particular kind of act, like maybe an investigation on what happened to that woman, that assassination,
Yeah.
there should be serious investigation, and when they catch the person, particular people in that act, there should be punishment, because if they don't punish those people, they will continue doing that particular kind of thing. Like, security is actually one of the problem we have in this country, and we need to really work on eradicating it for others to come out.
Okay.
So that's it.
All right. So what do you think about engaging women, rural women at the grassroots level, to get their own perspectives on how to deal with this issue? Now, bearing in mind that when you go to campaigns, when you go to rallies, you see more of the women, and you can tell that in these communities, women at the grassroots level are the ones who know the youth, the people who are being used to perpetrate this act. These women know them because they live in that community. What do you think about engaging the rural women to see their perspectives, or what they think could be solution to electoral violence?
All right. To me, I think we should create messages to those women in the rural areas that could speak their local dialect. We should get influencers that will be able to talk to them, that will be able to make them see reasons why they need to engage in politics, like they need to come out, because most of those women, they really don't understand normal common English. Some of them, they usually you can actually communicate with them better with their own dialect.
Okay.
So we should actually get influencers, not just influencers that will just come and maybe there's a project going on, they'll just come and tell them that this is what they have to do, and they'll just leave like that. There should be people that will be able to come and follow them up, follow the project up, not just come, drop it and go. And they should also engage with stakeholders, traditional leaders, and those in the community, because those are people that those women in the rural areas, they're actually more comfortable with. So, to me, I feel we really need to get people that are familiar with them, those in their traditional leaders and all, so that they'll be able to communicate with them. Basically, like, I can't go to the Hausa land now. I'm an Igbo. I can't go to the Hausa or Yoruba to communicate with those people freely. I need to get to the traditional leaders over those places to talk to them. I feel that way they'll be able to understand more about it.
Okay, so engaging the traditional leaders to speak with these women and tell them how or what you think should be done. So you need like a third party to engage them.
Yes.
I see. Okay. So in the area where women get subjected to name calling, defamation of character and name, all in a bid to just deter them from following through and also contesting, how do we begin to sensitize the society at large on the evils of such attitude, bearing in mind that we still have low representation of women in politics?
Personally, I feel we women, we have to start working on ourselves, because lots of us women, we actually believe this saying that women are not for politics, women are meant to be in the kitchen and all that. And it's not so. We really need to tell ourselves that, yes, we can actually do this. We could actually do this. We need to come out and talk to people. We need to educate women. We need to educate them that they can actually do better. Their position is not just to be at the house cleaning and do more. There are lots more. So we need to tell ourselves the truth. We need to encourage ourselves and come out strong So we really need to work on ourselves for that, because when we come out with confidence that we can actually do this, then I don't think there's anybody that can make us go down or feel less of ourselves.
So let me create this scenario. So in a case whereby a woman is running for office and somewhere along the line just people are making malicious comments about her and raising up dust about different things, how would you advise this woman to still carry on with her political aspiration and not be deterred by this?
Okay, to me, I feel like anybody that is doing that type of thing that will come and say all sort of things, the person just wants to know if you have confidence in yourself. I don't think there's anything anybody will come and tell you. Maybe the person will tell you you're worthless, you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't think there's anything anyone should tell you that will make you go down. You just need to, okay, if the person says that, you'll be like, okay, fine, that's it. You try and justify yourself and make them know that you can actually do that. Because if you listen to them, you just stay like that. You just need to, after they tell you that, you come out and tell them, no, this is not how it is. This is how it is. I can actually do this. I'm competent, I'm credible, and all. So
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that. It is 19 minutes to 12 on Women Radio WFM 91.7. And this is Political Arena. Political Arena is where we discuss politicking in Nigeria. And yes, it is Roadmap to 2023, addressing violence against women. And today my guest is CHUME, SYLVIA UDOAMAKA, Allied People's Movement candidate, OSHIMILI North Local Delta State House of Assembly. Yes, she is the candidate. And we're speaking to her today on Roadmap to 2023, addressing violence against women. And yes, she's made her submission on what she thinks. The phone lines are open, 07000 917 917, or you can send us a text or a WhatsApp message, 070 317 56537. Now, you talking about getting women at the rural level. Yes, I heard all that you've had to say. Now let's talk about getting men to see women as equal partners in politics, in a way that we get more policies being implemented to favor women, and we work together we get to collaborate as equal partners in politics. So where does the advocacy begin for you? What do you think about engaging men?
Personally, I feel we need to create a forum where we could actually sit with the men and talk to them. Like, you need to tell them what you have. You need to be able to convince them and tell them, this is what you have, this is the way forward. You can actually do this to change the society. Not just coming to say it by mere saying it, let it just be that you're saying it. You need to convince them, and you need to be sure that you can actually deliver that particular aspect which you're saying you can actually do. So I feel getting involved with telling them that this is what you have to do and be confident about it. I feel in that way they could actually listen.
I see. All right. So what is the place of political parties in ensuring that their female candidates are secured before, during, and after elections? What do you think political parties can do in place? I mean, take, for instance, your own party, Allied People's Movement. What measures do you think they can put in place to safeguard the women running on their platforms?
Security.
Yes.
Security will go again. Adequate security. Providing security for the women. Assuring them that their security, like, we can actually secure them, their lives are actually secured for anything, even if they want to come out for campaign and all, they'll be secured. With also those that will come out for election that particular, they will just need to provide adequate security for them, because security is the major problem we have in this country.
I see. Okay, so now talking about your own aspiration, I mean, you're contesting as the candidate of APM, OSHIMILI North Delta State House of Assembly. So what would you do for the people of OSHIMILI North, for them to actually say, okay, yes, we're going to vote in CHUME SYLVIA UDOAMAKA in this election?
Okay, to me, in my own aspect, personally, I'm going to get seriously involved in the educational sector, help the education to be very, very effective so that provide quality materials for students in the educational sector. I'm going to work with other people like the governors and those coming out for governorship, like my governorship candidates. I'm ready to work with all of them so that we could actually make Oshimiri South, Oshimiri North to be a good place, the roadmap and everything. Especially, I'm really, really working on the education because education is actually key. Education is key to success. So education is my basic focus, and that's what I'm looking at.
So education is your core.
Yes. Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. So in the case you've mentioned how you're going to be interacting with other stakeholders and to see how to better the lives of the children, talking about education in Oshimili North. So what is that conviction in you? What is that thing that you can beat your hand on your chest up and say that, yes, for this one, the people really need to vote for me because I'm going to make that change? Yes, you've mentioned education, but the way you have to put it to the people, how will you sell it out to the people?
Okay. Getting involved with those stakeholders, I'm going to talk to them. I will make sure, people I'm going to put in that position, like to communicate with those people and everything. I will make sure that it's done. I will not just come and say, this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, this is how it's going to be done. They have to be follow up. They have to be provisions for all those things. They have to be influencers that will carry out those activities, not just coming to just say, this is what is going to be done. I'm going to provide people that will follow up and make sure that particular job or project is done.
I see. Okay. So how would you want your people to hold you accountable if you're elected into this position you're going out for, wanting to represent the people of Oshimili North at the Delta State House of Assembly?
How do I want them to? How
would you want them to hold you accountable? So now you're saying that going for this office, your mandate, you're looking at education. So yes, you're going to be rolling out what you intend to do for them, how you intend to represent them at the Delta State House of Assembly. How would you want them to hold you accountable? Would you really want a case whereby you have people call maybe town hall meetings, or they have meetings together and they invite you and tell you, okay, you promised you were going to do this and this. This is only what you've been able to do. What is going on? How readily available would you be? Would you avail yourself for such conversations?
I'm actually ready to come out. I'm ready to sit with them, like the top leaders, those people that are working for me. They will get information from those in the rural areas, tell me their problems, and we'll come together, sit as a family, and we'll talk about it. Everyone will bring their own suggestions, and we'll actually draw to a conclusion that, okay, this is what we are working on. It's not just me. It will not just be my own thing, like me making the decisions. I'll have to know if that decision I'm making will actually be for the good of those people, because I'm actually there because of them.
I like that. I like that so much. You are there because of them. You're there because you want to serve the people of Oshimili North in Delta State. So what would be your advice to fellow candidates, female candidates who are preparing for, different offices in 2023?
My advice, my fellow women, we just need to be strong. We need to stand out. We shouldn't let our egos down. We shouldn't let anyone, we shouldn't let the men or some people that will come and say, women, politics is not for you and all. We should just stand out and be that best that we can. That's all I can say.
Okay, stand up and be the best that you can. All right, and there we have it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. CHUME SYLVIA UDOAMAKA, APM candidate, Oshimili North, Delta State House of Assembly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. And there you have it. You've heard it. People of Delta State, you've heard it from the Allied People's Movement candidates wanting to represent you at for Oshimili North, Delta State House of Assembly. There you have it. You know what to look out for. She has told you her mandate, her core is education. That is what she's going to be focused on. And talking about addressing violence against women roadmap to 2023, there is need for political parties, stakeholders. Yes, this conversation around electoral violence is one that INEC is even picking up on. We have security operatives intentionally having different discourse at or different levels, different platforms to see how we can curb this whole issue of electoral violence with the way it is emanating in different forms in different places, and to see that we have a free, fair and credible election without loss of lives. And that is one thing that I'm sure that INEC is hoping that they'll have to record on the success of the 2023 elections at all levels. And so there you have it. Thank you so much for being a part of Political Arena today, where we get to discuss politicking in Nigeria. Join us next Wednesday at 11:30 on Women Radio 91.7 as we get to feature another female candidate who is running for office in 2023, as we get to hear from them, their plans, and how they intend to implement these plans in their different states and different levels they are contesting for. My name is Esther Alaribe. Thanks to the producer, Somto Titilayo Ajama. Yes, it's one of the things that Somto had to put in place. Shout out to you, Somto. And executive producer